Good morning everyone and welcome to our second assembly from Yattendon. I hope you enjoyed last week's assembly with Mrs Binkowski and meeting George and Florence, her children. Her assembly was all about philosophy and she talked about wise choices, unwise choices. So I'm hoping this week you've made more wise choices than unwise choices, and I know that we asked you to send in some examples of that. 3 of you have done that. 2 people have sent in videos, which has been fantastic, and we've managed to put one on our website. So go on our website, find the video page and see if you can work out who it is doing a video about wise and unwise choices. Now, I hope you've kind of managed to settle into the whole strange situation we're in. Hopefully before long we'll be back to school. In the meantime, I'm sure you discovered ways to entertain yourself and keep connected with your family and friends. I know that Zoom's become quite popular, and FaceTime of course. Zoom for us was getting a little bit boring, so we decided to mix it up a bit, and the last Zoom we had, everyone wore silly hats. So there's a couple examples of my silly hats. There's one there. Thanks, borrowed from my son. And this one my son said suited me better for some reason. I don't know what he meant by that, but there we go. He said I was better looking wearing this. Better looking, which is a bit rude I think, but there we go. My assembly continues on the theme of philosophy, and we're going to talk this morning about a little bit about how well you know yourself. And I know that seems a bit of a strange perhaps thing to think about. How well do I know myself? Well, there are lots of things you do know really well, of course. You know the colour of your hair, the colour of your eyes, what you had for lunch if you're watching this in the afternoon, what you have for breakfast if maybe you're watching this in the morning. You know, lots of other things about yourself. Your height, for instance, is another one. But there are things that perhaps you don't know so well, and those things can be quite important to us and our lives. And I'm talking this morning about feelings, and I want to talk about a little bit why our brain doesn't help us sometimes in understanding our feelings. So what do I mean by that? Well, the brain's quite good at knowing when you're feeling certain things. It knows when you're feeling worried, maybe angry about something, maybe excited about something. But sometimes it's not very good at knowing the reasons why we have certain feelings. I'll give you an example, and I've got Mac here to come and help me out. Come on, Mac. So, I'm going to read a bit of story and Mac's going to do a little bit of acting. Suppose you had planned to make biscuits with your dad after school, and you're feeling pretty excited about that. You've been looking forward to it all day. But then he rings you and tells you that when he gets home he's really not going to have time to make those biscuits with you anymore. He's got too much work to do. You're going to be feeling pretty disappointed, and for some reason, not quite sure why, everything starts annoying you. When your dad comes home, he asks you to do something. Oh, can you lay the table please?
No.
Oh, it's not a very nice way to speak to me. And before you know it, he's storming out the kitchen.
You're bossy.
Saying something rude as he goes. He's now feeling very upset. And that's a pretty powerful feeling. But your brain gets quite confused about what started that feeling. It lets you down a little bit. It gets confused. It's not that you hate your dad or you think he's bossy. Perhaps you're just a bit disappointed and feeling a bit hurt that something that was arranged before is no longer possible, and you feel a bit that you've not got the attention that you wanted to have in the past. There's a big difference between feeling your dad is bossy and feeling, I wish my dad had more time to make biscuits with me. But your brain just can't see the difference quite often. Another way of showing you what I mean is with the help of one of these. So feelings can build up a bit like blowing up a balloon. Pressure building up inside your head, a bit like this. And you build up so much that gets to the point where it can be released like this, or like this. Oh. So those feeling balloons can blow up quite quickly, or they can take days, weeks, and months to blow up. And if they take a long time, sometimes that makes it harder for the brain to identify and understand where those feelings are coming from. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can start to talk about your feelings, just start to ask the question why. Why is it you're feeling in a particular way? And by asking those questions and talking to people, excuse the noise, that feeling balloon can start to get smaller, and that feeling inside you can become better, and you can feel more positive. And that's really, really important. Now, some people find it difficult to talk about their feelings, and maybe that's you. Some adults find it tricky too. The thing is, it takes practice. The more you talk about your feelings, the better you'll know your feeling balloons, and then you can avoid any nasty surprises. I hope you enjoyed my assembly. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.